Dogs are wonderful companions, but just like humans, they also have their likes and dislikes. Even though they cannot tell us directly, their body language can reveal a lot about what bothers them. And in today's video, we will be talking about 20 mistakes from humans that dogs can't stand. So, like and subscribe if you like dogs, as we dive into number 20, which is forced socialization. Although dogs are pack animals, it doesn't mean that they want to socialize all the time. Just like humans, dogs simply don't like bonding with certain dogs. So if your furry friend is aggressive towards some dogs, then don't keep seeing them together. Instead of putting them in such stressful situations, it's better to introduce them slowly and reward them for good behavior with tasty treats. Number 19 is not having a proper routine for them. Dogs like having a routine and prefer to do things on a fixed schedule. Training is an important part of providing structure in your dog's life. Just like how we have a daily schedule, dogs have their internal clocks too. So try to make sure that you feed them, take them out, and walk them around the same time every day. After a few days of organized rules and routine, you will most likely notice that your dog is happier. Number 18 is being upset. Dogs are extremely sensitive to their parents' emotions. If we're going through a tough time, like depression or stress, it can actually affect our dogs too. They might feel sad, stressed, or even get sick. Keeping a routine and spending time with them can help them cope. Number 17 is being bored. Dogs get bored when their owners aren't engaging with them. They wait all day for us to play with them. If they start causing trouble, like getting into stuff or chewing things, it's a sign that they're bored. But there's an easy fix for that. Just play some training games. Teach them new tricks, or playing games with their toys not only keeps them busy, but also stimulates their brain. Number 16 is Wordy Commands. Dogs understand body language more than words. Mixed signals confuse them. In training, actions should match commands. For example, leaning forward while saying stay confuses dogs. Use keywords such as sit, walk, good, toy, etc. Tone and positive body language. Consistent body language helps dogs understand commands better. Number 15 is baby treatment. Pets aren't babies. They're dogs with their own needs and behaviors. Treating them like human babies can confuse and stress them out. While it might feel nice to hold and cuddle your pets like babies, it's better to let them stay on the ground where they feel safe. Hold on, because number 11 is something that we might all not notice. But coming in at number 14 is using a tight or uncomfortable leash. Just as dogs are amazing at reading our body language, they're amazing at reading our tension levels through the leash. When you keep the leash loose, it's like telling your dog that everything is fine and relax. A tight leash, on the other hand, sends a message that you are tense or nervous. Dogs don't like constantly being pulled on the leash because it hurts and can even cause injuries. So it's best to train your dog to watch you during the walk and walk with a loose leash. Number 13 is arguing in front of them. When you argue with someone, especially if it gets loud or emotional, it can stress out your dog. They may even try to break up the fight by barking or coming over to you with a toy. Some dogs might also snatch your favorite belongings because they know that you'll leave the argument to chase them down. Your dog can sense when things aren't right, and being in a tense environment isn't good for them. So it's important to try and keep things calm and peaceful, especially around your pup. And number 12, we have staring. Now, we love to look at our dogs, especially in the eyes, to convey our love for them. However, it's best to avoid this with dogs you don't know. Direct eye contact can be interpreted as a challenge or even a threat. Although your dog may trust you enough to not lash out when you stare, strangers' dogs don't have this level of trust and can respond aggressively. And number 11 is yelling. Just like how we feel upset when someone yells at us, dogs don't like being yelled at either. Even if they can't understand our words, they can pick up on our emotions. Yelling and harsh punishments can make them feel scared and anxious, which is not good for their mental health. Instead of scolding them for doing something wrong, praise them when they do something right so that you can correct them and show them the right way. 10. Hurrying while walking your dog. Imagine you're having a really busy and stressful day, but you still need to take your dog for a walk. So you go about walking and half dragging your dog across the street, and your pet is happily sniffing every flower and bush along the way. In such a scenario, one can imagine how you try to juggle things. Dogs love their walks, and they hate to be rushed during their special time outside. Taking care of a dog is a big responsibility, and it's important to give them love and attention that they deserve, even when we're busy. So try to make time for your furry friend and let them enjoy their walk at their own pace. And number 9 is face petting. Just like hugging, every dog will have a different reaction to your hands on their face. While some love the touch, others may only tolerate it. It goes without saying that if you pet your dog's face, make sure to be gentle. But to be safe, stay in safe zones such as the neck, shoulders, or chest, especially with new dogs. Number 8 is hugging your dog. While humans regard hugs as a warm and affectionate gesture, dogs can interpret them quite differently. When people hug dogs, especially strangers, it can make them feel uneasy or even threatened. You can tell if your dog doesn't like hugs by watching his body language. Instead of hugging, it's better to let your dog cuddle with you on its own terms and give it gentle pats on the back. Keep watching because number 5 is quite a hilarious mistake actually. But number 7 is dinner time interruptions. Now, if someone kept bothering you while you were eating, you get annoyed, right? Well, it's the same for dogs. When your dog is eating, it's important to let them enjoy their meal in peace. Put their food bowl in a quiet area where there isn't a lot of movement. Tell your family members to leave the dog alone while they eat so they can enjoy their food without any interruptions. Number 6 is overcleaning the dog. Now, are you someone too fussy about your pet's hygiene? Dogs have their own built-in defenses against germs and dirt, so we don't always need to clean them a lot. But different dog breeds have different needs. Some might need more baths and grooming than others, so it's smart to ask your vet how often your dog should be cleaned. And number 5 is dressing them up. Now, dogs may appear adorable when dolled up for photos, but they despise being dressed up and covered in clothes unless weather requires it. They'll become easily stressed and uncomfortable when wearing clothing, especially anything on their head or around their bodies. Clothes sometimes may cause friction and tend to hurt them, so pet parents should ensure that there are no hazards. And number 4 is teasing them with treats. Now, as we all know, dogs love their treats, so teasing them with treats is the worst thing that you can do. You should not do anything that would irritate a dog for the sake of amusement, as the dog would not find it amusing. Treats should be given to dogs as a reward for good behavior and not to tease or to play tricks on them. And number 3 is leaving them alone. Dogs are social creatures who generally hate being left alone. Some dogs are comforted by the presence of another dog, but others only want human companionship. In extreme cases, some dogs fear being left alone and experience separation anxiety. So what you can do is spend a lot of time with them when you're at home. Take time out from your busy schedule to bond with your dog. Stick to a daily routine, providing plenty of exercise and mental stimulation to them. Number 2 is loud noises. Dogs find loud noises like thunder and loud sounds from vehicles and crackers very stressful, and it can trigger fearful reactions in them. So if someone plays loud music in their car with their dog inside, it can bother and harm the dog because their ears are much more sensitive than ours. You can help allay their fears by indulging them in a bit of play like fetch or tugging game, giving rewards or a chew toy, or even distracting them by playing calm and soothing music to muffle the loud sounds. And at number 1 is odors and strong smells. Canine have a sense of smell that is about 10,000 to 100,000 more sensitive than humans. The number of scent receptors in dogs is one of the reasons why they can smell better than humans. Because of this, strong smells like vinegar, chilies, nail polish, alcohol, chlorine, and some cleaning products can bother them and even irritate their noses. Essential oils from citrus fruits can also irritate the animal's respiratory tract, which can be unbearable to them. What we might find as repelling odors could be of great interest to dogs because their sense of smell works differently than ours. What are some of the things that you notice that your dog can't stand? Be sure to share your experience in the comments below. Now you know 20 reasons why dogs might not like you, but what about some dogs that you might find difficult to like? Find out the most prohibited dogs in our video of the top 20 risk lists in this video right here.